I was really sitting here thinking, like, what if there was nothing about ourselves that we needed to change, right? And the only thing that we actually really needed to change was how we took care of ourselves mentally, physically, right? Which would change the vibration of everything it is that we do, the intention behind it, the whys, the why nots. Okay? Because ultimately, that's just a overthinking illusion. Whereas when you just go with the flow and you get the call, you answer it, and that's just kind of how you live your life, you create so much more opportunity for yourself because you allow yourself to just exist as you are without finding some type of justifiable, worldly, agreeable way of existing in society. Like, I feel like we truly are all born to be exactly who it is that we are when exactly it is that we're being it. And a lot of us spend a lot of time trying to make the right choice or trying to make the benefit choice for everybody, or, you know, just so many discrepancies in choosing something for yourself, right? And this isn't me saying, like, you know, compromises are necessary and, you know, whatever, so on and so forth. But I do feel like everything is possible, even if it requires a bit of a compromise. So I guess for me, when I hear other people say like something is impossible or like they can't do something, the person that I truly am, I'm be like, bet, watch, I'm finna do it. Like, I've always been that person, and I don't think I've ever given myself credit for being that person. Like, that's such a great trait to have, to be like fearless and capable. And I feel like ever since I've been really close to my goals, like, the devil really has just taken my inner child that has anxiety and is scared of the world because it was sheltered and didn't know the truth of reality but always wanted to know, right? So much so that even in the darkness there was still light, because ignorance is truly bliss. When you get to create your reality and it be what it is, you get a lot of blessings, but you end up with a lot of mediocre shit when you don't know or understand what it is that you're asking for or you're desiring, or what the energy and the intention is that you're putting out into the world. But I just feel like that's the fucking illusion. That's the great illusion. Was, bitch, that we can't do this and that we can't do that, and bitch, I can't go to the park after midnight because, or after 10 p.m. because it's closed. Bitch, how outside closed? Like, and I'm not saying break laws, but I'm saying make it make sense. And now I understand about, you know, being a sovereign being and claiming your sovereignty. Because they know this shit don't exist. We know it don't exist. But in order to obtain freedom, it requires knowledge. Not just about the world around you, but about who it is that you are. Because when you know yourself as a seer or a visionary or whatever it is that you want to call yourself, it's easier for you to know the world. It's like aliens didn't come to Earth and be like, yo, how do we be human, right? No, aliens came to Earth on some we aliens, nigga, and we here type shit. Like, fuck all that shit y'all talking about. Peace treaties and contracts, nigga. We'll trade resources, but baby, I don't know what else. Who you own? First of all, y'all own nobody. But what we do want to tell you is about them This is literally funny because it's like alien wars, like gang wars and shit. Like it's alien wars right now. It's alien wars because of the shit that people have been conjuring up. Like spiritually, extraterrestrially, bitch, metaphysically, scientifically, whatever bitch, you need to add in there. All the magic, all the imbalance in the world, y'all done conjured this shit up. And it's like, you can't hide the truth forever. It always comes out. Don't nobody want nobody to know that this is a simulation. You know how I know this is a simulation? Because if I know who I am and I see myself as that person, but I'm existing and residing in this body and opting to play this game to fulfill the fucking prophecy, bitch, you can't tell me it's not a simulation. Like, what? So death is an illusion. Niggas be scared to die because they ain't never learned the truth. And it's like, damn, did I take for granted what I had in this lifetime off of the thought that I deserved more, or life should have been what I wanted it to be, rather than being grateful and accepting of what it was for me and what it is for me, and learning how to make shit shake with what I had by abiding by who it was that I was being called to be, outside of what my ego told me I needed to be or needed to have, or what society condemned me into thinking that this is all I could be because of who it is that I am, by the way that I look or where it is that I come from. It's a lot of fucking opinions that are just illusions. Like, knowing the divine means that you know there's who gonna tell me what if it ain't him? Who gonna tell me? Who gonna tell me? The government? Bitch, because I don't believe it if it's on the news or on the internet. That's what Jesse said from the neighborhood. And then I was like, dang, Jesse, like, I feel you, because that's why I don't even be wanting to know shit sometimes, because I'm like, if you gonna lie to me, you might as well just not say shit. Like, if you gonna lie, you might as well just not say shit. That's my brain. I'm learning, right? But it's like, lie detector test determines that was a motherfucking lie. So the more I've gotten to know myself, the easier it's made for me to learn shit. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, and maybe this is just a pre-course for people that are like me. If you tapped in, and you've been tapped in since you was literally tapped in to the game of life, like, then what I'm saying to you is going to make sense. If you haven't been, most of what I talk about and most of what I say is not going to make sense to you. You're going to think I'm crazy. If you don't have patience and understanding of time, space, by simply existing in it, and then fact checking what it is that you feel, because we got Google and shit now. When the internet go out, baby, I don't even have time. I was finna go in, but we not even finna do that. I'm just not gonna go in. I'm just like, wow. I have been learning that I've struggled with the narrative of, because I've been trying to conform lately, right? I've been trying to conform and suppress my word as if my word isn't valid, because there's a lot of people out there who are older than me that send that energy of questioning. She needs to question herself more. She needs to do this more. She needs to be like this. Because they can't accept how it is that I go about being who it is that I am. So I've been a little bit in my head lately and not really sharing my opinion. But I think today I kind of realized that, nah, I'm in a whole nother field of shit that I have to speak on, that nobody else is really going to speak on. And when it comes to the idea of, like, I've made friends in the darkness. And this isn't me saying Everybody's like real friend, like real friend. What really is friends? What really is friends? When we watch literally the TV show Friends, there were so many narratives to those relationships. But ultimately, the rapport in which they had with one another never changed, even through grievances. Right? There would be times motherfuckers didn't even kick it. They wasn't hanging out, or I'm not talking to them. You feel me? Like, so much stuff, right? Acquaintances, even, right? I just feel like through the people I've met in my lifetime, and they haven't all been good and they haven't all been bad, right? It's something about me repetitively being in spaces and environments with these people that have these attachments to these darker souls. And for some reason, because you're no longer dealing with the person, you're dealing with the entity at this point. I feel like I'm on a quest to teach certain energies and entities. Something about the fact that I have unconditional love makes these energies attracted to me. The pureness and the good-hearted and the nice nature, like, yeah, they probably sum that up to, like, bitch, you sweet, you probably taste good to their ass. Like, nah, they literally want to eat your ass because your blood tastes good to their ass, right? It would give them more feel and more power. But in my head, if you're a lower vibrational energy, wouldn't you need a really dark, low vibrational energy to feed off of? So that's why you would get somebody to do the most heinous shit, right? But then you come into contact with somebody like me, and it don't work. So then you're forced to build a broader perspective, or to not, right? Ultimately, the perspective leads back to self and acknowledging who you are and who it is that you want to be, and how you're existing in the same space and environment as someone like this person. How did you get lucky enough to be acquainted with the angel? Why was the angel acquainted with you? This specific one, when I'm speaking about my vessel and the fact that I have the capacity to unconditionally love people, and now that I have the capacity to protect myself energetically and spiritually by simply deciphering what belongs to me and what doesn't, because I know myself now, so that's an easier process. It's like, how could I not? How could I not end up becoming alluring to the devil? How could I not end up becoming safe in the hood? You feel me? Like, how could I get away with doing shit that other motherfuckers couldn't get away with doing? With people who just wouldn't allow it to slide with nobody else. Entities that wouldn't allow it to slide with nobody else. And like, I definitely give all that credit to the Most High, period. But even when you think about the Most High and the devil, or the lower vibrational energies dealing with angels, and then I think about Batman and Joker. You feel me? I don't know. I just be like, lately I just kind of been like, balance, right? Like, God gave the devil the floor for his playground. Okay, said do what you want. Motherfuckers started doing what they wanted to do. They caused trouble for the underworld too. So it's kind of like, guys, like, you see what happens when you just let your badass kids run rampant and you try to exclude me out of the equation? There's no balance, and y'all need it too, no matter how dark you are. No matter what the fuck you tapped into. You still need a balance of light. Which is why niggas like Ted Bundy had wives. Like, bro, I've just learned so much in the last 2 seconds. And I'm officially just done trying to pretend like I'm not who the fuck I am. And I'm just kind of done with giving a fuck about being who I am. Like, like, why should I care? Why should I care? Why should I care? Why should I be afraid of anything? The shit that I've dealt with. Bitch, what? Like, what? Like, this is just a precursor. This is just a precursor. It's like life, more money, more problems. Like, shorty, what? Like, this is just, be happy you broke right now. Fuck is you saying? Be happy you chilling. Be happy you, shit, you ain't gotta be broke, but you getting by. Be happy you're in a state of getting by. Because there are a lot of people who are hell bent on, oh, because I have this and that, and I've acquired this and that, and I've learned how to financially this and that. Bitch, but have you mastered yourself to the point of mastery? It's like, have you mastered yourself to the point to where you could fall off for a week or so and then be back up? You take 2 steps back and then take 10 steps forward. Like, your steps back are never detrimental to your existence because the lessons that you've acquired, they came in abundance. So it's like, how could I ever even forget that? Like, I remember the last time, yeah, like, it's an energy. I don't know, it's an energy. It's an energy. Because people will say they're not focused on the material. And they'll say, if you focused on what you got, and maybe not how you look, that's still material. Like, you feel me? Like, this shit is for the birds, baby. At this point, when I make it, I give all my bread to the world. As long as I got my treehouse community and I can go smoke joints and eat shrooms that I grew in my little tree farm and my windowsill where the fucking sloth sits and the fucking jaguar comes up and brings his fucking meal, and I'll be making animal nature is metal fucking content. Like, simplicity is why you get blessed. Like, this is the era of life where when you don't live for yourself and you're living for the bigger picture, you get more of a fucking blessing. And it's like the time that you've had to sit is because what are you gonna do? How are you gonna change the world? How are you gonna change the fucking world? That's literally what this. How are you going to change the world? Why do you want to change the world? Do you know what you're contributing to the world? Do you know what side you're playing? Do you have any of these answers before we just give you some shit, right? Because self-destruction was already a part of your existence. And you realized through self-destruction, I'm pretty sure everybody said, man, if the world was just a little bit different, or if the world was just, or if there was more love, or if there, people have always thought like, damn, if I could contribute to society overall, it would contribute to me as one individual. So now is the time for those people to think about, how are you about to contribute to society? All I can see is a family tree right now. And it's like an umbrella over the tree. And there's just this everything that's dropping off. They're like brains dropping off. So it's knowledge, it's wisdom dropping off into this umbrella, which is the rain, an overflow of emotion, an overflow of feelings that turn into the abundance of wealth. Because even if we think about it, people that look like us literally made the media what it is. We made TV and the internet and sitcoms and so on and so forth. Operas and fucking all types of shit popped the way it popped. And it's because of the pain that we experienced. And that's not taking shit away from nobody, but let's all remember where the fuck y'all came up with these ideas at, right? So I just feel like at this point in time, baby, no matter if all the dimensions exist on top of one and the veil is being dropped, no matter what the fuck it is, it's still gonna be what it is. It's just like, what are you gonna do with it? And like, it's definitely overwhelming. Like, as somebody who has struggled with stabilizing their mind while also trying to stay afloat in the world and not go to the motherfucking dark side, like, and not go to the dark side. Like, most of my struggles come from, oh my, like, I just take the demon out of me, because I really don't want to have to. I don't want to have to do it to him. I don't want to have to do it to him. But now I know how to use the ether. We in this bitch jugging. Anyways, funny as hell. You have to. It's all about self. Like, when you find out who you are, like, it's lit. Like, even if you find out some shit that, you know, damn, like, that sucks. Like, there's beauty in pain. And anything that's ugly is also beautiful. Like, I'll be honest with you, most of my boyfriends were funny looking. Like, I've always dated funny looking people, or been interested in funny looking people. Like, I don't know, you know? Like, it's funny as hell, because now I get to be, it's just funny how things change, right? And it's like crazy, because you never think about how simple thought patterns can really shape the karmic everything in your life. Like, which is why, like, you just gotta take time to be grateful and, like, happy for everything that is and everything that isn't, because, like, it all adds up. If you really think about it, it all adds up. And when shit start to add up, it's like, okay, well, now that I've solved the problem, like, now I can move on to the next subject, right? It's like going to college. Which is really deep. I just had a full blown download. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah. Can you not take my sock off? My feet are cold. Stop. Nuggy. It's funny. My daughter never keeps her socks on. She always literally just takes them off. And she thinks it's funny, like, taking socks off. Like, I don't know. She just thinks it's funny. But, like, anything that she, like, tries to grab and she can't grab it, she thinks it's hilarious. I always do that game with her. Even when she was little and she was learning to grab stuff, I would do that with her. It would be funny because her, I don't know, just her response to it is funny. It's cute. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys are having a good day. Or a good night, whatever time it is when you watch this video. Okay. I think I'm going to It's probably nap time for both of us, honestly, but I'm gonna do maybe 2 fire sign readings, and then I'll do the other one later tonight because I've been waking up earlier than I would want to because structure, discipline, and I have a job now. So I don't get to sleep all day, and I have ample amount of days off right now. So I definitely want to sleep a lot. I actually really like this. It's cute. I'll make jewelry and shit too. So make sure you check out my description box. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.